obviously there's people can interpret different ways. So therapists use different models and so on. I'm clearly, as a doctor, I'm coming neuroscience, so
Mm.
a lot of that makes sense. I think what's really crucial now, and before we dive in further, is it's very important to know everyone's unique. That's self-evident, and yet we forget this. So what applies to one person does not apply to the next. So when somebody walks into the room for me, we start with their uniqueness. And I don't know what the person, I know their mind. I can predict what it does. So when you say that, a childhood experience, which almost implies it could do some damage to you, or you could learn a behavior, or it could, in my model, be saying it could be a belief at the time and you reacted on a belief. We need to explore it. But what's important is it was your mind, not you, doing this. And there's a difference between you and your mind. So if, for example, I try and explain when I started looking at this is 30 years ago, and then scanning people with functional MRI scanners, which part of the brain is thinking and deciding. So the commonest problem people get, and I always revert back to it, is eating. Everybody knows how much they want to eat. Everybody knows what they need to eat. And yet it seems nobody does. We struggle with it as human beings. And this applies to everything now. I don't want to be anxious. I don't want to be. So they start with that. I don't want to lack confidence. And then we say, what do I want? So this isn't making sense. 30 years ago, this dawned on me, especially looking at scanners, that we're not actually in charge of our brain.